Hello and good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to another session with myself where we're exploring strength and conditioning, nutrition, fitness, health, everything related to basically fitness, health, and injury. And as you can see, today's topic is all about maximizing performance and how does nutrition and how do you fuel your body to get the best out of your strength and conditioning workouts. So I think we've had a lot of questions, a lot of people interested in this and how to actually get the best out of yourself. We've got some great questions towards the end as well. But before we get there, let's talk about maximizing performance. Okay, so before we start with nutrition, we'll look at maximizing performance, and you know you see this at the gym a lot of the time, and you see this with a lot of athletes, and they don't work themselves hard enough. And I believe that they don't work themselves hard enough because you can see this in their performance, you can see this in the gym, and what they're doing is they're basically training to what's comfortable. Okay, so yes, they might get out of breath, yes, they might find it difficult, but ultimately it's a lack of confidence to go further because they want to perform at the higher, except for they're not training at the highest ability. They're not training like an elite athlete, and this is one way you can actually maximize your performance is at training like an elite athlete. Okay, because if you want to be the best and you want to get the best, you have to train like the best. All right, and this means for strength athletes, for example, you need to be working till failure. Okay, so you need to be getting that last rep out till you can't do any more. Get a spotter to then help you with the last few reps. So basically, you're working till complete failure and not just doing your 8 to 12 reps and finishing there. Because let's be honest, if you can move a weight, you can squat, jump without fuel, and neither will your body. All right, so it's really important to remember that what you're putting in your body is going to help it perform and grow. And it depends on what type of athlete you are. Do you need calories? Do you need lots of protein? Because ideally, protein is the key for maintaining strength, muscle mass, and also gaining muscle mass as well. So if you're a strength athlete trying to get bigger, or if you're someone in the gym trying to get bigger, yes, protein is going to be key there. There's also going to be important to get the right amount of carbohydrates. But everything matters when it comes to nutrition. And if you eat rubbish and start eating burgers, your performance will just drop, okay? Because it's ultimately poisoning your body, all right? So that's why proper nutrition is so important, and the amount of protein you get is so important, because ideally you want to be aiming for 1.5 times your body weight or even 2 times your body weight of protein, so you can get the maximum amount and get the best muscle protein synthesis as well going. So ideally, after your workout, after your session, you've got about a 45-minute window to get as much protein in as you can, okay, to maximize MPS, so muscle protein synthesis, okay? So it's really important that you look at your nutrition and get as much protein as you can in a day to maximize muscle growth and maintain growth, but also make sure you're getting the right amount of calories and depending on how much you burn throughout the day as well. Because if you're burning a lot of calories, you're not getting nothing, then you're not really fueling your body very well, and therefore you're not going to perform very well, you're not going to grow, you're not going to adapt very well. So proper nutrition is really important, and this kind of leads us on to weight loss a little bit here as well. So we're just going to quickly cover this and then we'll move on. But when we look at weight loss and weight gain, all right, weight loss is pretty simple to a degree. Okay, people don't like me saying that, I'll be honest. Yeah. So best ways to warm up. What are the best ways to warm up? Okay, this is a really interesting one because times have changed. We're now at a point where, actually doing a run before warm, especially a strength warm up, there's no point. All right, because why are you going to fatigue yourself before you start lifting weights? It just doesn't make any sense. Yes, it gets the blood flowing, but ideally, do you need a high heart rate to lift heavy weights? No. Okay, no, you don't. So in terms of ways of warming up, it obviously depends on what you're going to be doing for the day. If you're going to be playing a football match, yes, a jog, some dynamic stretching, a bit of passing, shooting, warm up, that's ideal. Okay, that's ideal because you're not really working too hard, but you're doing everything that your body will be doing later, but to a higher degree. Okay, and that's kind of the key to a warm up here is you need to be doing something that your body is going to be doing, but at a lower intensity. So for example, we'll take bench press, okay, or shoulder press or squat, either one, okay? Best ways to warm up is start light. Just start squatting light. With a weight, without a weight, depends on your conditioning, but start light. Okay, so with a bench press, I usually just start with a bar, put 10 on each side, do a few reps, and that's kind of the warm up done. All right, there's no need to fatigue yourself before you start pushing yourself to the limit. Okay, so best ways to warm up is start with that particular movement you're doing and just do it to less load and lighter. Okay, you're going for a sprint, start with a jog. Okay, things like that. All right, you're just working the muscle that you're going to be working, but to a lower degree. So that's the best ways to warm up. Okay, cool down, a little bit different. To be honest, I'm bad for this. I don't often cool down really. I don't think you RPE about 8 with that. Okay, and that's it really. Yeah, and be consistent as well. Be consistent, and ideally at the start you'll be, if you're a beginner, then you can train. I do push pull split. So you're going to do Monday push, Tuesday pull, Wednesday have a rest, Thursday legs, and then back to push, and just change it around like that. As you get a bit more advanced, ideally you want to be training your body parts 2 times a week to get the most out of them. Okay, but apart from that, that's the advice that I would